You're watching the Hampton Classic Horse Show on WVVH-TV, Hampton's television.
I'm here with the world-renowned Joe Fargis, and he just finished judging the lead lines. You've been doing this for quite a while, Joe.
As long as I can remember, yes. Yes.
I think my son, who's now 30, you judged him, and it was a memorable day. What exactly goes into it? It's such a wonderful day for the kids because it gets them started in the whole equestrian life. But what goes through your mind looking at these young riders?
The first thing that goes through my mind is somebody has to win and somebody has to lose, and I feel bad about that because everybody's trying as hard as they can. But I suppose it builds character if you don't get first, and you just have to go with the flow. But what I look for is a nice position, you know, on a very peaceful, nice pony.
That's lovely.
Big part of it.
Yeah, that's a big part of any, even when they ride here on Sunday, the pony's a big part of it.
Yeah. The horse is most of it, really. But it's wonderful to talk to them, and half of them won't talk to me.
I know you're
very shy and they're very young, but anyway, it's fun.
I know half the parents won't talk to you because you're very imposing. You're like almost like talking to George Washington of the equestrian world. But it's wonderful. Year after year, you volunteer to do this, and it's really remarkable. And it's
Thank you for saying that.
We really deeply appreciate it. Our viewers enjoy it. They look forward to seeing you ride, and you know, whenever you win on Sundays, it always is an exciting thing because you bring so much class to the event. And just what does the Hampton Classic mean to you in general?
I have a long history with it. I've been on the board for a long time, and I've enjoyed helping everyone here make it as nice as it is. That's what I've enjoyed. It gets nicer every year, and I'm flattered to be part of it.
And I know when you think back those early years when we were at the other location, it was basically
it's a different world.
I know, it was two sawhorses and a rope, and
a different world.
Different world.
But everything has to start somewhere.
And compared to the Olympic activities that happen, this is like the next best thing, don't you think?
It's close. It's close.
Not exactly.
Not exactly. It's a nice horse show.
And it's wonderful how each year it gets better and better, and I think the sport sort of imparts so many wonderful things in people's mind. Even if you haven't been anywhere near a horse and you're in the middle of Staten Island somewhere, when you watch it on television, they kind of feel that they're riding along with everybody.
No, I agree with you. Horses are good for the soul. It's just great. They're wonderful. They're generous, peaceful creatures, and I'm happy to have been associated with them.
Well, again, Joe,
associated with them.
We really deeply appreciate your work, and I'm glad I caught up with you early because I know you're busy the rest of the week. And you're riding on Sunday?
Only a young horse, not in the Grand Prix, but hopefully in the young horse final.
Terrific, and you're watching a lot of young riders. And
always.
Always.
Always, always.
Guy represents the best of the best. We love him.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And he's Long Island's very own.
Thank you. Yeah, Pete King, I'm here today. Really a great day, wonderful day.
Well, Mr. King, it's amazing that you're here. Whenever the East End needs you, you're right there, and the nation needs you right there. And basically, you're here with the Hampton Classic, and I know that it's near and dear to your heart. Do you have any of your grandchildren riding in it?
Actually, my granddaughter is riding. She's a 5 to 7-year-old, and it's coming up soon. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, great. I'm not going to hold you up.
It's okay. It's okay.
But it's terrific, and you'll be here the entire week?
I'll be here all day. During the week, I'll be back and forth.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I want to bore you with what's going on and what's happening. We're in the middle of a lot of crises here in the country. Is there any light at the end of the tunnel, would you say?
I'm hoping that this campaign, which so far seems to be all over the lot, and candidates coming from all different directions, but actually could serve a purpose if the debate gets out there, and at the end of it we can unite behind, let's say, one candidate in either party, and then unite behind the country on election day. I think the fact that the debate is so open and it is raising issues that really hadn't been raised for a while, people can get it out of their system. They can see it being debated, hear it being debated, and then the country can come together, because we have real challenges. ISIS overseas, obviously the economy here, but what we're seeing, whether it's trains in Paris, or whether it's Americans being attacked, what's going on with Iran and the whole nuclear agreement, all of this is just, again, these are very, very critical times. Russia is re-emerging as a power. Chinese economy is certainly floundering at the very least right now, and that's having impact on us here. So, no, it's a tough world, and we have to start taking it seriously. And hopefully, if people hear a lively debate, that'll bring some of these issues out in a more serious way once the debate gets going.
Absolutely, and I think what's happening now, for the first time in a long time, we're actually hearing what is at the underbelly of what people are really feeling, because it's actually being verbalized, and I think the news media doesn't have a chance to tamp it down or put a spin on it, because what you're getting in the raw form is actually what's the issue, don't you think?
Yeah, I think what angers a lot of people is the political correctness of the media does try to tone everything down and avoid the key issues. But now you have, whether it's Bernie Sanders on the left or Donald Trump on the right, they're raising issues that people want to talk about that they feel have not been spoken about. So it gets it out there, and it gets people a chance to really let their feelings be known and force a debate and make the candidates confront the issues. That's why Trump, I mean, certain things he says I disagree with, but the bottom line is he's getting candidates off their talking points. Really, until Trump came along, the candidates just seemed to be intent on not making a mistake, not really doing anything positive, but just playing defense.
Right, as long as the hair is combed and they are politically correct.
And they had the right outfit on. If you go to the fair, you wear dungarees or jeans. If you go, I mean, all that was so contrived. Now Trump is making them face up to it, and he doesn't care what people think, and that's good. I think it's good. So at this stage, it's very good.
Absolutely, and I think that it's going to make a very interesting race, and hopefully we can get back to building the country the way it should be. And you know, it's a complicated issue. There's no one single solution, be it the nation, be it the city of New York even.
Right.
There's no one guy that can sort of get things whipped into shape. But we really appreciate your involvement. You're a voice of reason down there in Washington. We really love you, and we're grateful that you're here.
I have to say, all that's put me in a bad mood today is looking at that Yankee hat. I'm a Met fan, and I really have to say the Yankee hat is really scaring me off.
I'm sorry.
Starting to go,
I'm sorry about that. But my brother is, if there's any consolation, my dad was a Yankee fan, and then he passed in '62, and my brother became a Met fan from the onset.
Wow.
And
he's a good guy in the family.
I know. I says, where did he go wrong? I says, both of us had good Franciscan upbringing, and I says, I tried to reason with him, but unfortunately, no. But I'm sorry about the hat, but we're going all the way to the pen.
Other than that, it's been great. Okay.
I know. It's going to be Yankees all the way this year. What the Mets are going to
I'll see you in the World Series.
Maybe we'll have a Subway Series. You never know, right?
And I'll invite you to the victory parade when the Mets win. Here we go.
All right, that's the deal.
Thanks, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Have fun. And congratulations with your granddaughter.
Thank you very much.
You're watching the Hampton Classic Horse Show on WVVH-TV, Hampton's television.